You know, it's been a while since I've done a high-end gaming PC on the channel, but when a subscriber reached out and asked me to build his ultimate dream gaming PC, your boy SourceTech couldn't pass that up. Just because you're a console peasant doesn't mean you have to game like a peasant. Take your Xbox to the next level with the ViewSonic X2 4K LED projector, the world's first projector designed for Xbox consoles. Featuring boner-inducing screen sizes up to 120 inches with native speeds up to 240 Hz refresh rate, Harman Kardon speakers that will blow your panties right off, and incredible brightness and vibrant colors that will suck you into the content. ViewSonic has worked closely with Microsoft to optimize compatibility, allowing users to control the projector's power and volume through the Xbox controller. On the Xbox consoles, you get native 1440p resolution at 120 Hz refresh rate with virtually no lag. However, you can hook this up to your PC and take advantage of the 240 Hz refresh rate and 4.2 millisecond response time. Seriously, this thing's freaking awesome. I'm actually in the process of upgrading my gaming den with this projector, so look out for that video. But if you guys want to pick one up yourself and level up your living room or gaming room setup, then click the link below. So Andrew has a budget of $5,000, and within that budget, we can fit in the 13900K. And I'm well aware that this is not the fastest gaming CPU on the market. In fact, that's going to be the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D. It's not that much faster than the 13900K, but also Andrew prefers Intel over AMD, and I gotta respect that. Personally, if this was my build, I would have gone Intel either way because I've been an Intel fanboy for a long time, only because I still prefer their optimization and reliability over marginal performance gains. That's not to say AMD is not reliable at all, but if I had to count all the PCs that I've built, over 100 systems over the past 12 years, all the PCs that ran into issues almost always was from the AMD side. Not sure why. If something were to go wrong, it almost always happens on an AMD system, is all I'm trying to say. For the operating system, I'm giving Andrew Windows 11 Pro, and I didn't charge him for it because it's only $20 from yourcdkey.com after using my code TS20, so it's all on the house. They do have Windows 10 Pro keys as well for $15 using the same code. And the best part about the website is that they send the key over within a matter of minutes, and all you have to do is go into the activation settings of Windows and put it in to get rid of the nasty watermark. I don't know why I did that. That was cringe. So the board mother we're going with is the RG Strix Z790A gaming Wi-Fi for several reasons. I've used this board. Actually, this is the same board I'm using in my wife's system, actually. No issues whatsoever. Absolutely love it. Comes with all the bells and whistles. It comes with all the bells and whistles you can hope for on a high-end build, but also it's going to match the color scheme of the build, which is mostly white, and the RGB lights will be set to red, since that is what Andrew is a fan of. I'm also sticking to Asus because I've used Asus products, honestly, ever since I was in my mother's womb building PCs, so the reliability can't be beat. Except that one time where my PC stopped working post-error. No, where'd you go? Where'd you go? But that wasn't really an Asus issue, it was more of a Windows 11 update, but I'm not blaming Asus for that. This is my favorite part of building a PC. That fresh motherboard smell. That's in the #1 spot. The #2 spot is doing the final peel off the case. Oh wait, no, this is not the same board I used in our build. I've never seen this plastic piece before. What is this cover? I gotta look it up real quick, it's been a while. Oh, she's using an Apex board, okay. To be fair, I mean, they look practically identical. But my point still stands, I'm way more comfortable building a PC using an Asus board compared to something else. Comes with Wi-Fi, so we'll need a Wi-Fi extender. And that's about it, actually, yeah. All right, this is normally where I would toss the CPU in the air and catch it, but I'm not risking it for Andrew's PC, so let's just play it safe this time. Ah, why the hell not? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it touched my ring. Oh my God. Did you guys hear that? Let's cut this out of the video. He doesn't have to know this. Now for memory, originally we were supposed to go with the Vengeance RGB DDR5 from Corsair. This is a 32GB kit running at 6200 megahertz, but these are 2 sticks and we have 4 DIMM slots on the motherboard. And if you guys have been paying attention to the channel in the past 10 years, stuff like that bothers me, okay? I hate when there is extra slots open on the motherboard, and I do want to occupy them, but unfortunately I don't have any extra sticks of the same frequency and the same memory. So I reached out to Corsair and I got down on both my knees and I asked if they can send over their brand new Dominator Titanium first edition sticks. So Andrew, if you're watching this video, your boy SourceTech is giving you a nice upgrade. I'm not gonna lie guys, these boxes look super fancy. They look expensive. I don't even know the cost of these kits. These were supposed to actually go in my build, Big Red version 5, the upgrade, since I'm rebuilding my entire setup in the next few months, but it is what it is. I'd rather give it to Andrew. I feel like he can make more use of it than I can. Plus, he's a supporter on the Discord server for a while now, and I love looking out for my supporters, so I got you guys. I'm really curious to see how they package the memory in here because there's a huge difference between this box and their normal memory sticks, so let's check this out. Okay, Dominator Titanium, first edition DDR5. Oh, these look interesting. I've actually never even seen these anywhere. That's a very bizarre shape. That is an interesting shape. I don't know how to feel about this design. Normally, I'm a huge fan of the Dominator sticks. I do love their aluminum heat spreader from the previous designs, but these ones look a little different. They're still tall. It's got the same DNA of their previous Dominators, but I don't know, the design language doesn't speak to my soul. Oh, they included a screwdriver? No way. That's cool. We got 3 different bits in here, flathead, Phillips, and a hex bit. What is this? Are these heat spreaders? There's no way. You can swap the heat spreaders on here? Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. So by default, these come with the RGB top. And I'm guessing the light illuminates from the top and then these 2 strips in the center. And if you're not into RGB, you can pop this out and put this one, which is just the aluminum heat spreaders. So that's what the screwdriver is for, I'm guessing. So you pop these 2 screws and then pop out the top. Oh, that's so cool. And then you grab the other one, peel off the sticker from the thermal pads, and then what, you just pop it on there? Interesting, okay. And then you put the screws back on. That's pretty cool. So basically Corsair's giving you the choice to go with RGB or non-RGB. I know for a fact Andrew prefers RGB, so I'll put the default one on right now. But if you want to swap it later, Andrew, I'll send you the entire box so you can just swap it whenever you want. You know, with the 4 sticks installed, it actually doesn't look too bad. It looks very beefy, in my opinion. So not only did we double your capacity from 32 gigabytes to 64, but we also gave you faster sticks. So we jumped you up from 6200 megahertz all the way up to 7200 megahertz. That's an extra 1000 megahertz of frequency. So the case we're building in is inside the brand new Lian Li O11 Dynamic Evo XL. This thing is an absolute unit. This is actually the biggest O11 Dynamic that Lian Li has made to date. Oh, there's actually 1 screw over here on the top holding the side panel in place, so you can't even pop this off until you remove it. Oh, this thing is heavy. Come on, Lian Li, why would you send me a nice little organizer for the screws and then just dump all the screws in a single clear plastic bag? That's just lazy. I guess I have to organize the screws myself.
1 hour later.
So I think we should install the cooler bracket on the motherboard first before we hook it up on the case because it's going to be very difficult to access it from the back. So for the cooler, we are going with the GA2 Trinity SL-INF 360. This is their brand new AIO from Lian Li. And originally I was a huge fan of their Uni SL120s, but ever since they released the Infinity fans, I fell in love with these the most because I really love that mirror accent on the sides. And I think it's gonna complement the pump really nicely as well with the RGB mirror effect. So let's pop this bad boy in here. Oh, no way, the fan's already installed? I was just calling Lee and Lee lazy like a few minutes ago, but you guys actually did half the work for me already. I love that. Don't move. I just realized we forgot to install the storage devices, and I'm lucky I caught that now before we install anything else. But for storage, we're giving Andrew a total of 4 terabytes of M.2 SSDs. The first one is a 2 terabyte 980 Pro from Samsung, and the second one is a P5 Plus from Crucial. One will be for the operating system, obviously, and the other one will be for mass storage. And they're both on PCI Gen 4, so he's able to take advantage of these extra speeds. Now, the 980 Pro is the fastest one compared to the P5 Plus, so we'll be installing this as the main drive, and then and that will be the secondary. The second one will be for mass storage. That way he has plenty of space to store all of his hentai collection. What's so cool about this motherboard tray is that it's adjustable. Once you remove these brackets on the side here and remove these thumb screws, you can raise it and lower it to accommodate certain radiator sizes. This case is actually designed for high-end water cooling builds because it supports up to 3 massive thick bore radiators. So you can do some crazy runs in here, but unfortunately we're not going to be even taking advantage of at least 50% of the case because we're not doing a water cooled build. But at the same time, you know, Andrew has all this extra space to upgrade components later down the line, and if he decides to venture into water cooling, he's got the space to do it. Okay, time to install the cooler. Luckily the top bracket here is removable to make my job a lot easier, but before I can pop this out, I need to remove these 2 screws. Is there another screw? What? Oh, okay, you have to shift it to the left and then pop it open. I'm learning, guys, I'm learning. Oh my God, I just realized we didn't even have to remove the bracket, guys. Look how much clearance we have to install a radiator from the bottom. I keep underestimating the size of this damn case. Look at all this space. That's crazy. That's cool, they only even included a spatula. Not many companies do that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So Lee is actually giving me the option of changing the pump cover. So we can either go with the default infinity look, or we can go with the diffused look. So if you're more into RGB, I think this is the best bet. But we can also pick between 2 different centerpieces. So we got a mirrored one, and then we have a diffused one. So there's a diffused piece, and then we pop this one on top. No logos, just pure RGB. I think Andrew might like this one the most, or maybe with the mirrored finish. Yeah, this one looks nice. So that way you can get the best of both worlds, but I'll let Andrew be the judge of that. I'll go ahead and just leave the default one on for now. And he can change it if he wants. Oh my God. We're not even done, and the case is so freaking heavy. How the hell am I gonna ship this? God damn, I'm gonna need 2 people who carry this with me to UPS. All right, let's pop the back open. Oh, you can rotate this? That is cool. Oh, that's magnetic too? Oh my God, what? This is so much more convenient. Oh wow, Lee and Lee. The previous O11 models, this was stationary and you had to remove a few screws from the top and bottom in order to remove the entire SSD tray, which also covers the cable management, but this is a way better design. Same with the hard drives. You used to remove screws from the back so you can pop this out, but this is way more convenient for whoever uses hard drives still. I mean, I don't know how effective this is in 2023, but it's nice that they have this option. This is so cool. I'm guessing the power supply goes in the middle. Very nice. And you got all this space for cable management in the center with cable tie downs. Wow. I'll keep these in here just in case Andrew wants to throw in a few hard drives later down the line, but I don't think this is gonna even take up any space, to be honest. We got plenty of space to work with. Oh, see, look at that. I can move that out of the way and pull the cables from the front. Absolutely genius. I may be biased, but this build is looking so damn good, guys. And we're more than halfway done with it. We still gotta install the fans, the power supply, and hook up the graphics card. The only thing that's weird is that there is no vertical GPU support on this. The only bracket I was sent by Lee is the upright GPU bracket, where we can hook up the GPU on the side here, kind of just hanging down from the top to bottom. Other than that, the only other option we have is to mount it horizontally like the normal way, but I think that's a bit boring. I think if we go with the upright option, it will look so much better inside the build and kind of just use up all the extra space on the right side. Okay, for the power supply, we're going with the almighty Thor from ROG. This is a 1000 watt platinum certified, fully modular power supply. It's got enough juice to support all the components and also any potential upgrades later down the line. Now I'm a little worried actually. Is this gonna fit? You know what? We might have to remove a hard drive cage or two to make room for this. I did not expect this to be this big actually. It's bigger than I thought.
Hey, that's what she said.
Oh, nope, this is gonna be an issue. What? Really? Out of all the cases, this one doesn't support Thor. Why? I don't believe it, dude. We're gonna have to remove this cable tray, whatever it's called. There we go. Now with that out of the way, I think the power supply should be able to fit. Also, I realized that we have cables attached to each of the hard drive cages. We got a SATA power cable and two SATA data cables. That's just kind of taking up unnecessary space. So you know what, let's go ahead and remove the top one. There we go. So much more room to breathe now. All right, let's try this again. All right, there we go. Make sure I'm not squishing any cables. We are good to go. All right, time to pop in the graphics card. Now the GPU that Andrew decided to go with is none other than the Asus ROG Strix 4090 in white. Believe it or not, this is actually half the budget of the entire system. To be honest, I don't blame the guy. A black GPU in here would throw off the entire color scheme, and he did say he wanted the best of the best, and well, this is it. Easily the fastest graphics card and the best looking graphics card on the market. Oh, I've unboxed this maybe 3 times in my entire life, and it never gets old. Damn, so beautiful. I had to do the notorious GPU flip. But anyways, I've also decided to do the upright GPU mount because personally, I think it looks the best. Mounted over here on the side, and it's also unique. We're not doing a regular, boring, traditional horizontal mount. So if Lee has given us the option to do this, why not do it? Right into my first issue, guys. I don't know if we can do the upright position because my whole thing was I wanted to use the trimmers for the 24 pin and the 12 pin on the GPU. So if I plug this in and route the cable towards the back and I mount it upright, you're not gonna even see the freaking cable. You're gonna see maybe an inch of it towards this side. Completely kills the point of the trimmers. Another option is to route it to the front. And we all know what I think about that. Doesn't look as good, if I'm being honest. And then you can flip the entire graphics card upside down, but then we still run into the same issue. The cable is gonna run straight through the grommets and we're not gonna be able to see much of it. So, unfortunately, the only other option is to do it horizontally. A vertical bracket, honestly, would have just solved this problem altogether. If I have the option of mounting the cable vertically like this, I can at least route the cable towards the top and we can see a little bit of it, but I don't have that option. So We're gonna do it the normal way, going horizontally. So then I can route the cable towards the bottom just like that. That's the cleanest route. I can't think of a better way to stress test this PC than to play some of the most demanding titles, starting with Cyberpunk 2077. So we're gonna start off with 4K resolution, and we're gonna do Ultra right off the bat. No ray tracing. So let's do that, turn this off. Max field of view, and everything else is pretty much maxed out. So let's see what we got. Oh my God. Even in Cyberpunk, we can't even achieve 100 FPS in 4K. Honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised. This is Cyberpunk after all, maxed out in 4K resolution. So, I mean, I was hoping to at least hit a little bit over 100 FPS. You know what? It's not terrible. Let's drive around real quick. Damn. Driving around, we are dipping under 80 FPS. Max usage on the GPU, only 20% usage on the CPU, but temps are looking pretty good. 65C on the CPU and then 58C on the GPU. Those are some really cool temps. I'll stay quiet for a little bit. You guys can hear or not hear how quiet this system is. This is the quietest PC I have built so far this year. Wow. Okay, let's bring down the settings to high. See if that changes anything. Okay, we got up to the 90s, not bad. Not a huge difference, to be honest. I mean, the game looks amazing. And do you really need more than 100 FPS for Cyberpunk? I mean, it's not really a competitive game, so. Most people that play this game just enjoy the beauty of it. I mean, look at this view. Amazing. Oh, look, 100 FPS. We hit it. Out of the car, we hit over 100 FPS in high settings. Very nice. Just for poops and giggles, let's lower the resolution down to 1440p. And then let's bring it back to Ultra. Oh yeah, we jumped up nearly 60 FPS by bringing it down to 1440p. That's insane. We took a little stress off the GPU and we put it on the CPU, so now we have 32% usage on the CPU. Slightly higher temps also on the 13900K. Driving around, we are getting 100 and in the 120s. This game has been updated recently to prepare for Shadow Liberty, which comes out in 2 days. What the hell, bro? I know you did not just hit my freaking car. This just became GTA 5. All right, let's go, man. This guy's not stopping. What do you think you are, dude? Jesus Christ, this guy. As I was saying, this game has been updated recently to get ready for Phantom Liberty that comes out in a few days, so.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, moving on to a more demanding title, Starfield. All right, ladies and gents, we are now on Starfield, which is now considered the new Crisis. the ultimate benchmark for gaming PCs. We're gonna start in 4K resolution like usual, and why the hell not? Let's max everything out. Ultra settings, we'll keep FSR2 on, because it's always enabled by default anyways, so. Here we go. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. Wow, barely 70 FPS. In ultra settings, is that impressive or disappointing? I can't tell, because that is really low, but for Starfield, I feel like that's pretty good. Oh wow, we're even dipping down to the 60s. That's pretty nuts, actually. You can always count on Starfield to bring the 4090 down to its knees. That's actually nuts. Wow. That's crazy to me. Okay, let's lower it down a little bit. Let's do high. Okay, that gave us an extra 10 FPS. Not bad. We're getting in the 80s to low 90s now. It's playable, definitely playable. Oh my God! Jesus Christ, Barrett. I think the game glitched too. What did you do? You can't just pop out in front of me like that, man. You get yourself killed. Okay, you broke the game, Barrett. I'm gonna go inside now. Those are the eyes of a soulless man.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I'm curious how we can get to 100 FPS. Do we have to play in low settings? Let's try medium before we go low. Okay, there we go. Medium settings will get us to above 100 FPS on Starfield 2 4K resolution. What a time to be alive. Okay, now we're down to 1440p. We will start off with Ultra. What? Why are we that low still? That makes no sense. 100% usage on the GPU, 28% on the CPU, and we're getting a little over 70 FPS, which makes no sense. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, high settings, over 100 FPS, 1440p. That's crazy. Now, before I head out to UPS and ship out this bad boy, I do have a few more surprises for you, Andrew, for being such an awesome supporter on my Discord server. I know you want to submit for setup wars, so in addition to this awesome PC, I do want to give you a few more goodies. One of which is our official unreleased Season 10 mouse pad. This is not out just yet. You're the only person on this planet that has the only printed copy of this pad. It actually comes out early November. I'm calling it Wyvern. The name might not be permanent. I mean, we do have a Dragon pad, so I can't call this Dragon, but I think this is gonna look really nice next to your PC, and it's gonna match your setup's color scheme. And finally, I do want to hook you up with a few boxes of the Nanoleaf lines. Okay, they're technically not Nanoleaf, but they are pretty much the same thing, just at half the cost. Something tells me you like the color white, so I'm sending you 2 boxes of the white lines. So you get 9 lines per box, total of 18. You can do some really cool custom RGB art on the wall, so looking forward to see that in your submission. Everyone else that wants to pick some of these up, do not overpay for the Nanoleaf lines. You guys can get this instead for half the cost. They are back in stock on Amazon. I'll drop a link below if you guys want to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, Andrew, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Peace.